YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here with a big 3v3 battle for you to start your weekend off. I will have some variety of videos coming out. I didn't have time to record them tonight when I'm recording this, but I will have some hardware review coming up. I'm going to get some Rome 2 up. We'll have more Warhammer. And I'm going to try and get some Deserts of Karak recorded as well, so that hopefully you guys have a variety of videos coming. I will be out of town on business next week. This is just a quick announcement. Yes, I'm going to talk about the battle. But I will still be continuing videos throughout the week. Anyway, let's talk about the battle. You can see there's some artillery firing. There's a pretty massive defensive geometry going on here between Chaos, Dwarves, and Empire. So I guess the Dawi have diplomatically talked their new allies into performing some defensive geometry. These Iron Breakers, holy mackerel, they are getting pooped on by a Goblobber, I think. Yes, it is. Wow. That Goblobber is just absolutely taking a dump on those Iron Breakers, like a big fat, like massive amoeba instigated diarrhea or something like that. I mean, it's pretty bad. Anyway, I'll quit going on with feces related rants and get back to things here. You can see that there's artillery on both sides, but this Goblobber is just unreal, like unleashing absolute destruction. It's already paid for itself and then some by killing that Iron Breaker, and if it gets another one, it's just going to be incredible. And there is a Vampire Count Lord here who absolutely does have Wind of Death, so this could get interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. Got some Chaos Warhounds with poison, Marauders. The Dwarves have a mix up front. Look at that, Iron Drakes and Iron Breakers. There's a Grudge Thrower, 2 Grudge Throwers, Slayers. Yeah, okay, so there's the, look at that, the nice summon here by the Vampire Count player to... Oh, the Dwarf player fell right for it. He's chucking all of his satchel charges in here too. Great play by the Vampire. The Dwarf player is just on auto fire right now, so he's getting a huge bargain here. Taking all these... Look at that, the Iron Breaker spending almost all their satchel charges and not getting the important units. What a play. A great play at that. There's a flaming... or what do you call this? Oh man, I'm trying to remember the name of this. It actually got the Chaos Warhounds there. What the heck is this thing called? I can't remember right now. Flamestorm? Something like that? I think it's the Flamestorm. Anyway, so here comes the main fight, and the Vampire Count Lord is going to intercept these Chaos Knights with lances, and there's going to be a countercharge by Blood Knights. There's so many units that my frame rates will slow down considerably here, so be patient with that, but it is a huge battle. Just about any computer is going to start getting bogged up a little bit on this one. Look at that, the Chaos Knights just utterly destroyed by Manfred and his dragon, combined with the Blood Knights. Beautiful play. But yeah, this defensive geometry now is being full-on assaulted by the Vampires and Clan Angron, and then Bretonia is now attacking the flank with Foot Squires. Great, and let's see, the Grail Guardians there too, so that'll be pretty sweet. There are some Outriders here, but I think the right unit's over here. Exalted Hero, let's see if there's any plans for a Wind of Death. I mean, there's a pretty good opportunity for a Wind of Death right over here. So like right there would make a pretty solid Wind of Death. I don't know, the Vampire Lord's making his way over there. Maybe he's thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Oh, please do it, Manfred. Do it. Do it. Oh, yeah. He is definitely getting into Wind of Death position. Oh, yes. Here it comes. Oh, look at that beautiful Wind of Death. Just a trail of blood and guts. Utterly destroying the Empire line. Beautiful Wind of Death. 241 kills for Manfred von Karstein. Yep, and that's why defensive geometry is not a good idea versus the Vampires, folks. It just isn't. Friends don't let friends do defensive geometry when Wind of Death is on the battlefield. What a beautiful play. Man, I love Warhammer. Look at this giant chaos of units here, and I know I'm not talking about Chaos Warriors. I just love it. I cannot wait for free-for-all battles to be back. It's going to be so much fun. We've got a Flaming Head over here, too. Yeah, Flaming Head and Flamestorm are pretty useless Vortex spells. They are not any good. You know, there's a big patch, someone told me, that's going to be coming out whenever they release the Norska faction with a whole bunch of tweaks. If that's the case, I'm very much looking forward to that. The game is actually in really good shape, in my opinion. And with a few very intelligent tweaks, it could get into a really great position and be a good precedent to start Warhammer 2 with. Now, there's going to be some new units, new factions, characters, abilities, all that kind of stuff. So I don't expect that just by balancing Warhammer 1 in finality would actually make Warhammer 2 release in a really good state. I think it's probably going to take some tweaking, but I think it leaves them in a good position to probably have the best chance of a solid release. Warhammer 1 was definitely solid upon release, though there definitely were some issues that needed fixed. Spirit Leech was overpowered. Fate of Buna was overpowered. There was quite a few things that needed fixed. It was certainly playable, and the game got much better over time. So I think Creative Assembly as a whole did a really good job with balancing Warhammer over time. And I think that if they do get one more smart patch in, it should leave the game in a great position for a strong legacy. And like I said, hopefully give a good launching point for Warhammer 2. But just a cleanup operation at this point. There's probably a few Slayers or something like that. But Manfred and a zombie dragon supporting the Fey Enchantress, really? Quite the odd alliance. And then Clan Angren, too. Yeah, I'm guessing there just has to be a few, like, near unbreakable dwarf units left. Yep, Ungrim Iron Fist. So he's not near unbreakable, he is unbreakable. And there's a Sting tank. It got 106 kills, but yeah, it's in a terrible position at this point. So the steam tank's about to explode. It's got a spell inbound on it, I think. Is that the Comet of Cassandora? Yep. A little bit late, though. No? No comet. I thought there was going to be a comet. Yeah, there is going to be a comet, but I don't think it's going to hit anything that you would want it to hit, because there's no enemies left. It was supposed to hit the tank. Ungrim is somewhere down here, getting his spiky mohawk cut off. I don't even know if we're going to be able to spot him amidst all this carnage. But somewhere in there, there's a dwarf, believe it or not. Sometimes when you get a huge blob like this, it actually makes it hard to hit an enemy unit. So there's another enemy lord dead over here. And then Ungrim is right there. He's lasting a surprisingly long time, but it's probably just because he's getting knocked around by all the units. Hope y'all enjoyed this battle. Definitely appreciate all the players who participated. Thank you to the player that submitted it to me. I love watching team battles. This one was a really fun one, I think, because of the Wind of Death. And it just goes to show you that, I mean, there's a price to pay whenever you want to play defensively. You have to be keenly aware of Wind of Death, and you also need a stronger artillery advantage there. I think that they had quite a lot of artillery, but the Goblobber was in just a perfect position to cause massive damage. So the Clan Angren player did a great job with that, and then the Vampire player definitely did a great job, and of course Bretonnia did a good job supporting that flank. I understand why the dwarves were wanting to do this type of defense. Could be very effective, as Ironbreakers can do a ton of damage, and with the support of the other factions could potentially be quite good, but in this case it did not work out. The Empire player just got shredded by that Wind of Death. Absolutely shredded. Steam Tank was the only unit that ended up pulling off any kills. The Dwarf player here got some decent kills on this one Longbeard, and not bad performance here from this Grudge Thrower that picked up a Chevron. And then if we look at Predator, not a lot of kills. Archaon was the one casting those spells, and he must have been terribly expensive to have all those spells still on him. And not able to get a whole lot done there. And if we take a look at the Vampire player, nice kills on the Blood Knights, picked up 2 Chevrons. Really good kills with Manfred, good play. And then from Bretonnia here, pretty nice balance on several units. The Battle Pilgrim's doing okay, one of the Foot Squires doing okay, Grail Knights getting some decent work, Grail Guardians, so nice balance for Bretonnia. And then the Clan Angren player just really tearing it up there with the Goblobber. But interesting enough, same number of kills over here on this Grudge Thrower, and it picked up a single Chevron. But, I mean, this one was hitting Iron Breakers. That had to be worth something. And these Norgrimling Iron Breakers are not dead, so the Goblobbers would have been focused on that unit. They might have been able to pay back more. So, fun battle. Like I said, appreciate all the players. DeVille, Iron, Wolf, Predator, Colvane, Crushed Ice. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all appearing on the channel here and sending me a fun replay to watch. Hope all of you enjoyed it. Appreciate MSI being an awesome sponsor. What kind of stuff do you want to see in the future? Tell me what you're interested in, what kind of videos. And then if you're interested in some variety outside Warhammer, anything that people are interested in, I'm not guaranteeing I'll do it, but listening, in case y'all want to suggest anything. I know one thing I'm enjoying that I probably can't film because of the way Nintendo does stuff, but holy crap, have you guys played Breath of the Wild? I know it's not a new game, but Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, that game is amazing. I don't know if it would make a great YouTube game, but man, it's fun. So if you have the money and you have a way to play it, I highly recommend it. I think it's on Wii U and Switch, and I know not everybody has a Nintendo, I get it, but man, it is a lot of fun. Anyway, no, Nintendo's not paying me, by the way. That's just a personal pitch on a game that I very much enjoy. Alright, I will talk to y'all later. Be back with more videos soon. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying your weekend, and that I was able to bring you some entertainment here. Go have some fun. HeirofCarthage, signing out. See you soon.